Genshin Impact has a lot of different nations, but they somehow all speak the same language. We're here to change that. What happens when you get sent to a whole new world and can't understand a single soul? Find out as we try to navigate the world of Teyvat in another language. Okay, look, I know the title says Chinese, but we're not quite there yet. We left off last video at AR20, so we've got a few things left to do in Germany before we make it to the prosperous nation of Liyue. So all you German folks get a little bit of extra content for free. A lot of it is just grinding, so I thought I'd read through some of the funny comments from last video because you all really loved the last video. If you just want to jump to the gameplay or skip to the Chinese section, I put the times here, but otherwise, let's see what you all have written. Guten Tag. Hello. I'm not. Why do English people and Japanese people use German stuff in English? Was? I'm not reading that. I'm not American. Cool. I'm severely concerned about your internal organ health. Was? Danke, Kamerad. I don't know. Ask Tainari. Schwere Panzerkampfwagen 6 Ausführung B mit 8,8 Zentimeter Panzer cannot no. Guten Tag. No, you can't. Changing a language makes the game unplayable. Are you Scottish? No, I'm not Scottish. I didn't pillar. Hello. Time for some German Impact. Radie Gumi. No, it's impossible. Australia? What's that? What's that? As proof I'm not German, I will sing the national anthem blind. Wenn es stets du Schutz und Trotze widerlich zusammenhält. Oh yeah. Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles, über alles in the world. Oh, I'm a national. And finally, diese Kommentarsektion ist nun Eigentum der Bundesrepublik Deutschland. Yeah, I tried my best there. But thank you all for the support. I really appreciate all the German lessons in the comments. There were so many helpful and valuable tips that I did pick up, so that was awesome. Anyways, let's just get into it. Now this wish is actually extremely important. If it's a Kujo Sara, then we're sorted. Okay, I'll take Toma. Shogun has a U. That's interesting. Okay, please. Kujo Sara. We are gonna have to make our way over to Liyue soon, but there is one thing I need to do before we get to Liyue. Gewundene Abgrund. 8-second sprint. I know the buffs. Now the reason why we're doing the Spiral Abyss is because our Liyue team isn't ready yet. Currently we have 3 characters on our Liyue team. Mr. Worldwide, Lanyan, and Xingqiu. However, there is a free character that we can add to our party once we complete floor 3 of the Spiral Abyss. You probably already know, but for those that don't, it's Xiangling. The first floor we don't need to talk about. All the enemies are level 25, so they're very easy to take down as almost everyone in our Mondstadt squad is level 40. I'm sorry, I ran out of books. I don't know the difference between these. Elementarfage. One of these is skill and one of these is burst or something. I don't know. This is special. This has something to do with elemental damage increase. You all can tell me if I did the right thing or not. But with the Spiral Abyss complete, we managed to unlock Xiangling and add her to our Liyue party. Oh I did not mean to do that. Come on, Kujo Sara, please. Please. What the fuck? I don't want to see Strix Draken. Okay, I don't know what all of these are. Okay, this is Lisa's quest. This is Diluc's quest. Okay, this is Wolf. It has to be Razor's quest. Out of all of them, I think Razor's is most important. I can't tell because I don't know what it sounds like, but I wonder if Razor has a very broken sort of speech in German as well. Wait a damn minute. Razor, how the hell did you get your hands on this weapon? You shouldn't be able to get that. Why do you have this? We beat up Boreas with Razor's help, complete a bunch of one-time domains, and start Lisa's quest. Oh, steak. Well, that makes it easy. But then this happened. Noctua 1 act. Oh, he's busy with Diluc's quest. Now, technically, I can do Diluc's quest, but I typically don't like doing it until we get to Liyue because of the mist flowers. So, I made the decision to leave my German buddies behind and head over to the land of Geo. 早上好，中国，现在我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋. We changed out our party, switched our language. Oh, hell nah. And began to explore a whole new region in a language totally unknown to us. Oh, what the f is this? I cannot read any of that. Alright, tooltip. Big. What the f, Paimon? What are you doing in there? Get out. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to read any of this, by the way. Unlike German, where I can like somewhat read the letters, this is this is too hard. Alright, I have to come clean to you all. I know a very minimal amount of Chinese. I had to learn it as a kid, as it was one of the 2 compulsory languages offered by my school, the other one being Spanish. But this was a long time ago, and I can barely remember most of the things that I've learned. So I am going to be able to pick up a few bits and pieces here and there, but for the most part, I am not going to understand shit. Most of this is just going to be logic and deduction. We made a quick detour to Chenyu Vale to get some essential materials for Lanyan, and then we went back to Mondstadt to farm some ley lines. And I've mentioned in the last video that I won't be upgrading certain characters past level 40. Yeah, well, I take that back. Some certain characters I will farm a bit for. You will understand if you know the Arc and Quest order, but let's just say that Kai is going to get a bit of extra love. These 2. Get 2. Yes. New character, please. Fuck! Please, Kujo-Sara. Come home, please. Fuck! But after dilly-dallying around for what seemed like forever, we finally started Okay, I had to search up the pinyin for that one. I did have a rule where I couldn't search up anything related to the language, but I think it's completely fine after completing the quest, so expect some actual Chinese this video. I won't be searching up everything though, so don't worry, you'll still get to see me struggle.
第一时间了解惊人的神谕，说不定就能快人一步，抢占发财的先机。
I don't know if it's me, but the voice acting from NPCs in Chinese sounds a lot more professional than English. Maybe it's also because I don't understand the language. Like, his voice is very nice. Maybe professional is not the word. Maybe it's just like the tone of voice is just different. Even Paimon sounds a lot more like calmer. And by the way, I do think I can do a very good Paimon voice, so here is my audition for the new voice actor of Paimon. Your subgiant Paimon!
谢谢。
谢谢, I understood that one.
你要去哪里？
I'm guessing this is where you going.
北国银行。
I know Bay or Northland Bank. I've just got very good deduction skills. It feels so weird seeing their mouths move at the exact same as the speech. Okay, well, Mooncarver's just not.
Super Idol 的笑容都没你的甜，8月正午的阳光都没你耀眼，热爱105度的你，滴滴青春的蒸馏水。
You already know what's coming. Just play the music.
知不知道仙人在哪？
He totally slashed me just then. How am I still alive? Next up was Cloud Retainer's domain, but we performed the skip first try, and then it was time to meet Small.
出现了，好吓人！抓他就靠。
I'm in the rock. What am I looking at? Yo, what's with all these guys talking to rocks in the Chinese version? But that was Act 1 done, so Act 2 has begun. Or so I thought. What do I have to do? Do I have to wait 2 days? There's a 2 here. Okay, looks like I was right.
如你所见，仙众的时代正在远去，人的时代
voice is
正在逐渐成为
exquisite.
现实。哦，想要我来决定吗？
Oh.
哦
Oh.
哦。
Oh. It reminds me of that cat, that one cat that goes, huh? So now we made our way over to buy some rocks, but we've hit a dilemma. We now have to travel to the pot, but where is the pot located? That's right, it's in Mondstadt, but we're in the middle of the Liyue Archon quest. Now we have 4 options. 1, we keep our team and language as is. 2, we change the language to German. 3, we only change our team to the Mondstadt team. Or 4, we change both. Now, right off the bat, options 2 and 3 don't really make any sense because each party doesn't speak the other language. So we have options 1 and 4 left. However, there's one important factor to consider. We are traveling to Mondstadt with Zhongli. So based on that, I've decided that we'd keep it in Chinese and just treat this as a little excursion to Mondstadt. For the most part, the pot was fine. Since we have Xiangling, we can use Gorba to heat up the pot. How dare you only blow 4 times? Yeah, he's so useless he decided to cook himself instead. Actually, you know what? I know quite a bit of Cantonese, such as, I'm not gonna get the tones right, but, Xiu Bai, Hao Gao, Xiu Long Bao, they're all just dim sum. Cha Xiu Bao.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
What else do I know? Actually, isn't it kind of funny? A lot of people, when they learn a new language, one of the first words that they learn, or one of the first phrases that they learn, are always swear words. Tic-tac-toe. This guy's name is Toe. What is your name here? Number 3? This guy is number 3. Please don't tell me the next guy is number 2. It's number 2. Oh wait, no, this has to be like brother. So this guy's name is probably brother, oldest brother, and then the other guy is second brother, and then the other guy is third brother. Am I right? Let me know in the comments if I'm right. I might have just made a discovery. I don't know if this is the symbol for brother though. It is time for Coco Goat. I've probably already made like a comment section early on in the video. Going back to the names don't change situation, the whole reason why I did that in the start, one, it was for the Lisa joke, but I also knew that some of the names do change. Like, for example, Chi-Chi is changed to Nana in Japanese. Fun fact, I started playing Genshin when it first came out, and I was one of those guys that used to play in Japanese dub, and her name was Chi-Chi, but they said Nana, and I was so confused. And I don't speak Japanese.
Sorry, I can't speak Japanese.
But I recognize when Nana is Nana, you know? Nana Shimura. That's part of the reason why I know that the names change. Also, look at Wanderer's name. That's a literal translation of everything. But I guess in terms of very similar languages, German, English, I don't know. I guess the names would be similar. Even when the names don't really change. For example, Zhongli, the names would be the same. The spelling of it might be different, but the pronunciation is very different. I mean, to be fair, alright, let's say Escoffier. Escoffier is a good example, actually. Escoffier is a literal French chef. I don't know the specifics, I'm not French. It is unlikely to change. So in German, it's probably still going to be Escoffier. In Chinese, it will probably be Escoffier. But the pronunciation and the spelling will be different. But to be fair, most of the names were German anyways, so whatever. But now it's in Chinese, I can't even make the joke because I don't even know what the characters are. White, colored, snake. Alright? Now this guy sounds like a storyteller. I have no idea what's going on, but this is so epic. But seeing as we needed to hit AR28 for the next Archon quest, we switched back to German and hit up the Ascension domain. Monster in the ruin! Now, our Mondstadt team is quite a bit weaker than our Liyue team, but that doesn't stop them. We complete the domain and reach up into a Stufe 26. Give me that purple gebet. Kujo Sara time. Fuck! Ja! That reminds me of, Konnichiwa words. Yo words! Hajimete! Hajimete! 7-Eleven. No. Onigiri desu. Ja 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 ja. Ja 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 ja. Ja 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 ja. Ja 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 ja. Itadakimasu.
怎么办？我把手。
Yeah, a lot of the farming up to Liyue Act 3 was just me saying a bunch of weird stuff, so respect! We went to finish off Lisa's quest, and then head up Diluc's quest right after. Elf bored? You call me bored? I know it's not that one. What? I did this again! Let's see how long it takes for this guy to realize we're here. We pushed him to the campfire. He's almost there. Burn! What the f- Let's take you to Windrise. What is this bug? What is wrong with this? What did they do to change this? Oh, now you know. Oh my god, you ruined it. You're gonna have to die now. Look at these guys trying to invade Mondstadt. Why are you standing there? What are you waiting for? Your sneaky sneak attack. This guy looks like he wants it. Oh no! Okay, now you're coming to Windrise with me. No! Why is he aware? Can I reset you? Okay, reset. Thank you. Actually, why don't we go explore Mondstadt City? How does that sound? He's aware! Oh well, you're gonna have to die as well. Let me push you into the river.
I am under the water.
How are you alive? Yeah. Taste. My English. But after a few one-time domains and a couple ley lines, we finally made it to Liyue Act 3. Capital 1! Now if you don't know, the area to get this cutscene is very weird. You can trigger it by like getting into this corner thing in here, like this little crevice. So, like once I jump up here, you get teleported. First up was the windmill, and we can actually activate it by using Lanyuan's normal attacks. Next is the Millilith, but we just dropped boulders on them. I'm stuck! What the hell? Also, the other thing about Chinese is the thing that they use to indicate full stops is like a circle, not like a dot. Everything else, like a question mark, is like a dot. Is this because like they didn't really have other punctuation and these are like imported from a different alphabet? From what I know, the end of a sentence, they use ma, which is like a question word. So like if you say ni hao, it's like hi, and then ni hao ma is like are you good or like how are you kind of thing. I'm guessing the question mark just gives extra clarity, but it's not actually needed. Tell me if I'm right or wrong, because that's just what I'm speculating. Or my other theory is because there's a lot of characters that have like a little like lines in them. So like for example this character here, there's like a lot of lines, a lot of different lines in there, and maybe the period is like a circle because otherwise it might be confused with an extra line. Because if it was a dot, then maybe it would look like part of the symbol. I could be wrong though. I think it's just very interesting.
雪花飘飘，北风萧萧，天地一片苍茫。
Nah, these guys were way too easy. Give us a real challenge. Go back! Go back! Go back! Go back! Okay, in all seriousness, Child was a piece of cake. There's only room for one Mr. Worldwide in this town. But now is time for Osayo, where we gain immense power from Ping Lao Lao and absolutely decimate these Fatui rats. 张牙舞爪，健身操，祝您健康，步步高。Which brings us to the end of Liyue, and we finally get... What the f... Bruh. Alright, now hold up. I know you just went to check how much left of the video there was. We're not quite done here. How could I ever forget about my boy? Is your name like 5 characters long? Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch back to Animo Traveler because there's a lot of Abyss Mages. I think we can skip this combat. But Dane Part 2 is where it gets real because we're going all over the place. We start off in Liyue. Wait, hang on a second. You're interrupting me here. We start off in the... Like, what do you want? Okay, I didn't accept you the first time. What makes you think I'll let you in this time? We start off...
I will send you to Jesus.
Now, the number of times these Cryo Abyss Mages have made me writhe in my chair is just way too many to count. But the one and only Guoba saved us from our suffering. And so after hunting down the Abyss Mages, we make our way back to Mondstadt and... Why are we in Chinese? I forgot to switch it. Hold up real quick. Hey guys, welcome back to another gameplay of... Oh, what the f is that symbol? Oh, wow, we're speaking German now. Wow, look, wonder the world. What we have right here is the Hydro Abyss Herald. So what we're gonna do is... Whoop, bam! Pow! Skadoosh! But now we're back to China, so we change the language back, and we finally meet... And we finally meet our sister, who somehow also knows how to speak Chinese.
哥哥，
Okay, come on. It has to be Raiden, right? What? Actually, no, this is really good. This is actually the one pull that I needed. This is unironically the best standard pull I could have gotten. I'm not even joking. You'll see why in Sumeru, and I'm not coping. The only problem is I have to farm pupas, and that's going to be very annoying. And with that, we finish off the video. So as you may know, we have actually completed all of Act 1. However, there's still one more Archon quest that is not considered as a Liyue Archon quest, but still takes place in Liyue. So we need to grind a bit before we get there. And grind a bit is what we did to hit AR 30 and therefore start Inazuma's prologue quest. The thing with this series is that technically I could film it in an entire day, especially from now on. Unlike Liyue and Mondstadt, there's no restrictions on the AR level for each individual quest, but I prefer not to because I do typically do the solo challenges each region in 1 day or 2 days possibly. I want to have a bit more fun with this one, so I'm taking it very slow, very laid back. But Liyue, I think I filmed over the course of 4 or 5 days, and I only did like 1 Archon quest a day. I wanted to enjoy the dialogue. I don't have the clock running, because this isn't a speed run. If you like this type of content, like if you like the slower content, I might do some more slow form stuff in the future. Where am I going? Like for example, if you want to see me do some main account stuff, that's always an option. But yeah, let me know if you like these slower types of videos. They are still going to be meme worthy. Yeah, I said I was here for the dialogue, but I hardly let this guy produce a whole sentence out of that arrogant mouth of his. This is the Dark Horse. The Heima. I don't know the tones. What's his name? Like Ron something. Ron Shi? I don't remember his name. I think in general, like the speed of speech, how fast I say each word in general is faster than like European countries. Definitely faster than English, faster than German. And so our final combat sections involve some treasure hoarders and this guy's named Fei Fei. Because I know he's Fei the Flyer, but his name repeats twice here, so this is Fei Fei. Alright, you asked for it, buddy. There we go. That brings us to the end. 谢谢你们 Does it even make grammatical sense? I don't fucking know. danke 谢谢朋友 Genshin Impact. I don't know how to say it in Chinese. 我喜欢 Genshin Impact. 再见 Let me. Okay, that's crazy. Should I just end the video already?